Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icons to miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Tecsun DR-920C, and we'll perform an evening medium wave band scan. Current time is 10:11 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time near Chicago, Illinois. Here's the radio. Go over to features a little bit. We have volume on the left here, headphone jack, DC in of 3 volts, our speaker, our frequency display, alarm buttons, alarm off, alarm set. We have time set, hour, minute. We have a light feature. We have a sleep function. And we have our band select down here, FM, medium wave, and 10 shortwave bands. On the side here we have a tuning knob and our power on off switch. On the back you can see we have a frequency chart similar to the R9012. You can see it says medium wave 525 to 1610. During the day I was able to tune this up to 1680. We'll see if we're able to tonight. Alright. A little bit of size comparison. I always like to do this in these band scan videos to give you an idea of these radios again since we're having fun. Here's the Tecsun PL606 to give you an idea. It's kind of like the bigger brother. It's all digital radio. There's no analog tuning here on the 606, but it's pretty much identical. It has a bigger speaker area, I noticed. Also, moving on up the chain, you got the CC Skywave. And again, I brought these out because these are about the same size radios. And the Skywave is a thicker radio compared to the 920. There you go. And of course I have one more radio. I guess I'll show you. I have the RadioWow R108. Always a classic now to bring out. Cool all digital radio with a lot of features. Twice the price, but might be worth the investment to you. There you go. It gives you an idea of the thickness again. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this on and see what we can hear on the medium wave band at night. Remember, I did real well the other night. I had it going. So we'll see what we hear. Start at the bottom of the band. And I have a loop to my left here I can bring out if we need to. The Tecsun AN-200 passive. And I should be able to maybe pick up 530. I've noticed this digital frequency counter is pretty accurate. I'm going to put a loop here just to see if I can hear the station with a little amplification. Again, using a Tecsun AN-200 passive loop. Line it up. Okay, not picking up anything there, so alright, let's keep going. The station here is WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, which is 70 miles away at 400 watts at night. This is 550, I believe this is KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, which is a pretty good station to grab. This is 275 miles at 5,000 watts at night.
Very seriously. The first time I met him in his offices in Trump Town in the summer of 2015, I knew one thing about
WIND, Chicago, Illinois.
Political correctness and the divisive identity politics of the left, and that in itself was a breath of fresh air. We have great guests on America First today. Arthur Millick of the Heritage.
Sometimes on 570 I'll get Yankton, South Dakota, WNAX, which is about 460 miles away. I think I can hear it. Just barely trying to break through. I want to see if the loop will help. During the day, it made a big difference. Some barely audible signal. You could probably make out some of the words. I could probably get a call letters if I waited long enough. But definitely Yankton, South Dakota there. 460 miles, 5,000 watts. So yeah, it needs a little boost from a loop to get those distant stations. Low power. Typically, we're going to run into a lot of noise here. This is usually... Okay, I thought I heard Kalamazoo, that's why I stopped talking, but WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is about 140 miles away at 5,000 watts. 590. I had it off tune just a little bit to catch it. Right here, 600. This is WMT. Wait, let's see if we call it. Yeah, WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles, 5,000 watts in the evening. Okay, this is WTVN, Columbus, Ohio, 330 miles, 5,000 watts. This would be direction. Straight east. I don't know if I gave you the WTVN, yeah, Columbus, Ohio, 330 miles, 5,000 watts. The 620. This is WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 52 miles away, 10,000 watts at night. We're listening to a Brewers game, I think.
Pitch. And that one missed downstairs with a changeup. And it's now 2 balls with no strikes on.
When the commercial fishing season ended in the summer of '75, I went to Anchorage to see the psychiatrist. He prescribed Senequin and Valium.
Okay, 630 here is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. 310 miles, 6,000 watts at night. Okay, music on 640 is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night. Okay, the music here is WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. It's coming in pretty nice. This is 434 miles. I like to sit here and hover, but the copyrights are always interesting, so we'll just keep going.
Show today with Lawrence when we did our NBA roundtable that I've never seen
670 the score, WSCR, Chicago.
That doesn't have anybody. Like, it's so weird. It's like nobody is moving up to acquire the obvious, top 2 and a seemingly top 3 pick.
Just picking up CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
Start your next adventure at CBG, one of the nation's fastest growing airports, with low fares.
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Including LAX, Denver, Chicago, Sarasota, and Raleigh-Durham. Go ahead and embrace what's next.
Skills and renovation skills, we do
Dallas. Meat ribs.
And we had our realtor drop of our
Okay, this sounds like WOR, New York, New York, 750 miles.
every single dollar that we have to
710.
into the down payment for this home.
Inquirer Sports.
Start, completely deplete our savings.
Kind of right in between two strong stations.
We actually came across your show.
Dallas, you're on WGN. Best summer job. What was it?
Oh, hey, Pete. My best summer job was I once.
720 WGN, Chicago. Yeah, as you can tell, I had that WLW and WGN, and then we had that WOR right in the middle there.
Yeah, no, it pays great money. You got because alpacas are a great farm animal. You know, the wool or whatever is really valuable to make coats and such out of them. So me and 3 guys got hired.
Okay, 720 is overpowering 730 for sure.
Across, a few different states, going to different.
Okay, music here, Zoomer, CFZM, 740 AM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. It's always a treat to hear this.
Just a passing breeze.
Visit Northside.com/orthopedic to learn more. Northside Hospital Orthopedic Institute, your source of strength. When you've hurt your back, it's hard to focus on anything else.
This is WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
Is painful. With Northside Hospital Orthopedic Institute, you have access to some of the nation's top spine experts.
Digit zip code to 82,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of
760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles. Yeah, this radio is really fun to tune, being all analog with a digital frequency counter. Just a real treat to own in the world of radios where there are not many of these styles left out there. Mainly they're going all digital, something like this. This is actually kind of fun. I like this smooth between the stations.
5 times faster because they use video verification.
They began to the northern generals tried to.
Here's another example with 2 strong stations. So the station we had before, WJR Detroit, Michigan, and then we have 780 WBBM Chicago, and here is 770 right in the middle, New York City, New York, which is 750 miles, and I have to kind of aim it the right way to get it to pick up.
Rank of brigadier general when Grant did, and so, but he refused to do that. But he did go down and send forward supplies to Grant, saying, that I will be glad to come there and waive rank. And
the best socks in the history of feet, sharing them. This is what we do. 1 pair purchased equals 1 pair
So yeah,
donated.
these strong stations. This is WBBM Chicago, 780.
We thought it would take 10
So this radio has really good selectivity and sensitivity during the evening hours. It's amazing. Daytime hours, it does pretty good on the locals and semi-locals. Distant stations, it needs a bit of a boost with the loop.
1,000,000 pairs, and 1 Bombas tattoo on my arm.
Feel the most comfortable socks in the history.
China is in the midst of a trade dispute with America, which has accused Chinese companies such as Huawei of posing a security risk.
CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
Zhou's arrest last December in Vancouver, which came at the request of U.S. authorities who accused Zhou of fraud.
This is WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles. I know this will pick it up because last night I heard it nice and clear.
There's a lot of time left for someone like that to make the case, but maybe walk into this election as the recent.
So we have 820 here. It was a combination of 2 stations, WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles, and a local WCPT, which is 60 miles away. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer because I like to listen to Fort Worth more than this other station.
Tonight between Barrios and Porcello. Porcello and his crew end up with the 2-0 victory in Game 1. The next 2 games should be every bit as entertaining. We'll come back and circle the bases on the home for baseball.
Henry Lake, weeknights at 9 or after the game.
On News Talk 830 WCCO.
There you go, Waters. Just waiting for that. They're out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles, WCCO.
And to make some political point about cybersecurity, the Bilderberg Group said, hey, that's going to be an issue.
This is WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, which is about 300 miles away. Always loud and clear, and has coast to coast at night. I do find myself listening to it, getting a good laugh, and then sometimes some interesting subjects. Yeah, some of the subjects don't belong on there, I don't think, but they get pretty crazy. But it's always fun to listen to.
The setup, I mean, it would be daunting. Okay, I know.
Just picking up a hint of KOA Denver there, which is a really far station, 890 miles. The other day it was coming in clear. So again, this radio will pick it up. So what I found, if you're a fan of the R9012, which is the all analog with the dial gauge, but you have a hard time reading those dials, this is like pretty much identical radio with just this digital element added to it, which doesn't add any noise to the signal, which is nice. .860 here is CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, coming in beautiful, 460 miles. This is WLW, New Orleans. No, I always say that. It's like transposing letters. Okay, WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles. I'm going to bring a loop in. Definitely be able to brighten up the signal with it, I'm sure. There you go, got the call letters. Sweet. Nice distance station at 865 miles. Nice.
Baseball season is here. Your bathroom isn't cutting it, and you need a home run. Bathsetter has a winning record for 3.5 decades.
This is WCBS, New York, New York, 750 miles. Pretty strong station. It comes in at pretty much at a nice degree here, like from here to there, which is nice.
Investor kit plus 2 free tickets to a live training.
890 is a local WLS, and the high pitch whine coming from the camera.
31,000. That's the word quick to 30.
This isn't coming in really good right now, but this is a cool station. This is CHML, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles away from me, and they do classic radio shows in the evening on the weekdays. So a lot of these stations, are a lot of Detroit stations in between here, the Michigan stations, and a few Wisconsin stations. Music on 980, interesting.
Screen panel here. Keeper, you big, Keeper Reardon, I should say, is a lead programmer of contemporary world cinema at the Toronto International Film Festival. Tina Hassani is a journalist in Victoria, BC. So, Keeper, are you a big Keanu fan?
I mean, I don't know anyone who isn't.
When did he first get your attention?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Bill.
Okay, 990, it said Toronto. I'm going to check that to be sure. But I have CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles, which it might be.
Action star. That's how we.
Nope, it's definitely Manitoba. Because Toronto would be nice and clear this way.
filmography that I realized he has quite the
And Manitoba would be clear this way.
really steadily since, you know, his days at the CBC up until now as well.
Tina, when did you become a Keanu fan?
I'm not as tuned into stuff as you guys are with that. I go more based on the subject matter.
Here's WMVP, Chicago, Illinois. Local ESPN station.
You can't ask Stan if there's a filmmaker, he'll stop everything to watch because he doesn't watch movies because he's been
I
coaching.
think it's a Westwood 1 station, so they'll have like the US Open and all the different big golf games, and I believe some of the sports like the Churchill Downs and some of the derbies.
I saw a movie yesterday.
What was the movie? Yeah, what'd you see?
I saw Late Night.
What's that?
Shame with 1010, there's a lot of stations on there, and typically I'd get WINS New York City, but there's just too many here. There's CFRB, Toronto, Ontario, there's in the same direction here. So yeah, there's quite a few stations overlapping each other.
Secret CIA tactics that helped America win the Cold War. To Bill in Roseburg,
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles. I just looked at my time. I'm 21 minutes in. I'm going to kind of cruise up a little quicker.
I just had $1. How about $1 million socks? I'm Randy from Bombas. When me and my business
WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Bombas, we wanted to make the best socks. Followed by 2 decades as a college professor. The last 14 years at
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
character coach and chaplain.
Okay, we got music underneath the KYW 1060, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Swung on, hit a ton. Deep left field. Down the line it goes. It is off the foul pole. A home run for Oscar Mercado. So
K1100 here is WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
off the foul pole, about halfway up the foul pole.
With some music there.
Home run.
Back to extra innings on News Radio WTAN.
Cardinals.com.
Okay, 1120 here is KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles. .1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia.
With his own blood and son, a man came not to be ministered
Local
unto, but to
WYLL,
minister
Chicago.
and to give his life a ransom for minimum.
Any. So we're not just talking 18 when you turn an adult and say, hey, I'm an adult now.
WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
To try to the transgender surgery so that I can.
I think this is a local here, 1200.
En la Serie del Caribe en República Dominicana. En 2016 debutó en Grandes Ligas y en 2017 tuvo su primera temporada completa con el triunfo de la Serie Mundial de los Astros de Houston.
We have to check that because it might not be. Because usually I need to aim it this way, but okay. I think it's still local.
During the Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy knew a lot more than the public was aware of. He knew exactly how many missiles. He knew when they were.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. I'm going to kind of cruise it up here. Give you an idea what you can hear. Quite a bit of activity here. This would be KZQZ, St. Louis, Missouri.
Fear of our vulnerability and in Venezuela.
This is local WMBD, Peoria, Illinois. 135 miles, 5,000 watts at night.
Technology may be the very...
Now that's some more numbers. The PSA number is a good number. If it's doubled in a year, then that's of a really strong concern.
1510 is WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Numbers is going to be important. Someone needs to take a look at that.
KOKC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 690 miles.
Special franchise in the city of Chicago.
Maybe not. This station kind of stronger. This is WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
To their liking, they're going to 64 of our embassy employees
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
rescued 6 people from that situation.
Get this up to the top. Sometimes this comes in really clear, and sometimes it comes in really garbled. This is CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, a Hispanic station, 460 miles. $16.30 here is KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts at night. So I think it tops out at 1680.
They have a much better supporting cast all around to take this to. And you are adding a guy coming off this.
Okay, music on 1680. I'm wondering if that's Grand Rapids, Michigan. WPRR, which would be 140 miles away. That's where it tops out. Okay, cool. Go ahead and turn this off. Do a final thoughts on the Tecsun DR-920C. Really neat little radio. It's fun if you're looking for an all-analog radio with a digital frequency counter, which really are rare items these days because we're surrounded by really inexpensive digital radios. I think this is a keeper. I really enjoy tuning this. It makes it so much easier to see it on the LCD screen and seeing that it comes in so nice. I mean, it's like it's right on the money. That dial is very accurate. So I haven't really gotten to doing a lot of shortwave listening with this radio, but I may start just to see what it can pick up. So yeah, definitely a fun thing, and maybe we'll do some daytime and evening shortwave sessions with this radio since I've done that with other radios in the past. Definitely a keeper. So if you want to support the channel, I'll have some links below to this radio and the Tecsun loop, because the Tecsun loop's a really handy thing to have with most any radio you own for medium wave performance. Definitely for daytime DXing and evening DXing. And for a little radio like this to put in your pocket, it's not too bad. Loving it. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed the presentation of the Tecsun DR-920C medium wave evening band scan, give me a big like. You guys are awesome. Those who love Tecsun radios should already be subscribed and already have the bell notifications turned on. I believe there's a couple options there to receive all my videos. I tend to put out a video every other day right now. So I put a band scan out and a new radio review or a classic radio review every other day. So yeah, you can check those out. Pretty cool. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Tecsun DR-920C on the medium wave as a general use radio. Do you have one? Do you like using it all the time? Let me know. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.